Love makes the world go round. No matter how busy and successful you are, single looking for love or married looking to spice up your love life, we all need some moisture in our lives right now. My name is Ron Spears and they call me the storyteller. I want to introduce you to my latest spoken word project called Moisture. Now let that sink in for a sec. The Moisture Experience is an audiobook containing 2 hours of stories and perspective about his fantasy, her fantasy, flirtation, foreplay, penetration, the afterglow, and empowerment. Ladies, you can listen to the Moisture Experience alone in your car, on your next airplane adventure, or at home with a warm bubble bath or glass of wine. Or if you prefer, throw on some lingerie, do a little primping, and listen together with that someone special in your life. Now fellas, pour yourself a shot and let me be your wingman to add another dimension to your relationship. You will thank me later. Moisture contains everything you need to get in the mood, including great music and deep stimulation, whether you prefer intellectual or just plain raw. Trust me, I got you. I look forward to what you have to say about Moisture. You can experience Moisture for yourself by purchasing it from my website, ronspearspoetry.com, for just $25. Upgrade to my digital bundle for $50 to get access to all of my books, spoken word projects, and documentary. Be sure to tell your friends and follow me on social media at Ron Spears Poetry. Thank you for listening and let the Moisture Experience begin.
Won't you be my daddy?
Had Moisture.
All right, fam. What's up, y'all? This is so nice. You guys are so dope. I got the dopest class. First of all, I want to thank everyone who participated in the Trayvon Martin's dad. We had a couple of Spelman folks, and I saw 1 or 2 Morehouse brothers in, so that was pretty cool. Appreciate that. Michelle Watson, what is Moisture? I'm glad you asked that. One of the things I want you all to do at some point during this next hour is type in what you think moisture is, or what your definition of moisture is. But before I do that, I just got one quick thing. Eric already did the appeal for donations. Y'all know it's Black Poetry Day tomorrow, right? So Black Poet Day is tomorrow. So we're going to do a little something this weekend. I'm going to do something tonight, and I'm going to do a little something else on Sunday morning. So I'm going to before I get into Moisture, I'm going to do a quick commercial break for Sunday morning. Now, I was talking with our classmate, Steve Pammon, the other day, and we were talking about Africa. People have Africa as a bucket list. And I've been to Africa about 8 times and Gorée Island about 7 times. So I'm about to play a quick little 2-minute promo video. Last time I was at Gorée Island, I did a music video for my spoken word piece. It's just 2 minutes, and then we're going to get into Moisture. So, and plus, it's got a little house music beat to it because we get down like that in Detroit. So I'm going to play this real quick. I will end this chapter with a video I produced to capture the emotions during my trips to Gorée Island. I felt an ancestral welcome, my first time on African soil. But when I got to Gorée Island, my blood began to boil. I cried as I stood in front of the door of no return, and I wished that all Europeans would die and burn. My second trip enabled me to take in the psychic trauma. I actually listened to the curator describe all the drama. Dungeons where men, women, and children were just tossed. Slave ships would arrive to participate in this Holocaust. My third trip changed my whole concept of religion. A Christian chapel upstairs is what caused my division. Slave merchants would worship and then rape women and girls. How God allowed such a tragedy is what threw my mind into a whirl. My fourth trip provided insight for my healing process to start. You see, history goes in cycles, and people are simply pawns just playing their parts. The Middle Passage spread Africans throughout the diaspora, adding our unique spice to the Caribbean, North and South America. My fifth and final trip to Gorée Island was an experience of jubilation. standing at the door of no return this time was actually a celebration. You see, Europeans enslaved themselves first, but they either died or failed to thrive. I was able to return as a tourist on the shoulders of my ancestors' will to survive. My anger and questioning of God's wisdom has now come to an end. The ability to forgive helps the process for a broken heart to mend. My wish is for the world to understand the magnitude of this great debt, and for everyone of African descent to experience this and never, ever forget. Why is storytelling so important? Storytelling is important because it's part of our history. It's part of our tradition, our griot. That's how we pass information on to the next generation and future generations. And so, you know, at Morehouse, I was physics and engineering, but now I make my living writing. It's creativity. So I'm in that new chapter of life. It's pretty cool. So what Moisture is a 2-hour audio book that I put together. And thank you. I'm seeing the comments here. Sunday, 8 a.m. is dope. I promise you. But we're going to focus on Moisture now. It's a 2-hour documentary about his fantasy, her fantasy, flirtation, foreplay. Eric won't let me say penetration or, you know, the other thing, but, you know, at the afterglow and empowerment. So, you know, right now for Black Poetry Week, you know, the poets who inspired me, you see right behind me on vinyl, Gil Scott-Heron, and he's so relevant right now. I mean, when you talk about No Knock with Breonna Taylor, when you talk about the revolution will not be televised, when you talk about Did You Hear What They Say, another brother shot dead, it still resonates right now. So we need Winter in America. So Gil Scott-Heron has been on my mind lately. But anyway, getting into Moisture, before I get in there, this is the format for tonight. I'm going to share with you some of my favorite poets. I'm going to share some tracks from Moisture. And then, you know, if I didn't have too much alcohol, and that last said Tron killed it, I might spit one piece, but, you know, I'll see about that because I had a few glasses of bourbon. So, but anyway, I'm going to give it a try. So anyway, right now, I'm going to play one of my favorite poems of all time. Poetry, unfortunately, never really made it on mainstream radio. But this track right here, I'm sure y'all going to remember this one. It's Coco Brown and the Fat Cats, Sundress.
You know what I mean? Sundress. Check it out. The soul of your femininity fits you just like that dress. You see, I don't need to see your designer clothes, silk robes, or fishnet pantyhose, because to me, that sundress you wear is the next best thing to you naturally. Sundress. Days, months, even millenniums after I saw you in that dress, images of your behind still danced in my mind, leaving little imprints of the silhouette of you up against the horizon in that dress. Oh, this is give the design of that dress the damn Nobel Peace Prize for the way that your thighs up against that dress brought a peace to the eyes of this mighty beast, Sundress. Just like that dress, lady, you choose to wear me. I'm Coco Brown from the Fat Cat.
So that, I mean, quite frankly, that was my favorite poetry track. So, you know, when you look at inspiration and what, you know, caused me to get into this game, that was it right there. So, you know, I was like, if I can't put something out that dope, why even bother? So, but anyway, this first track is from the Moisture experience. And again, at some point in the chat during the next hour, put what your definition of moisture is. Doesn't matter when you do it. Listen to a few tracks, come up with your mind. You may already have something in mind. It doesn't matter. That's the only time I'm going to ask you to put anything in the chat. But a quick backstory in this first song. It's called Girl, You So Sexy. This is my most popular track on SoundCloud. It was something I wrote way back in the day for my wife, and, you know, because she kind of sexy. But anyway, I'm just going to play it. It's pretty dope.
Girl, you so sexy and fine, I just had to let you know. Please allow me the pleasure of breaking you down from head to toe. Now, I've had a secret crush on you for just about all of my adult life. You you are the type of woman that any man would love to make his wife. Now, I've seen your hair go from long to short and then back to long. The different and sexy looks make my attraction for you so strong.
One is it's baseball season right now. They deciding who goes to the World Series right now. But I promise you, when you listen to this next track, you ain't never gonna think about baseball the same ever again. I found a way to make it real sexy. So this one is called "You Remind Me of Baseball."
Now, the fact that the diamond is a girl's best friend lets me know I got you just where I want you. You play the field to protect home plate, but I'm about to run around all your bases. We make eye contact, staring each other down, but I'm not intimidated by you. You threw me a fastball outside just to see if I would chase, but I was taking all the way. And then you tried to lure me in with 3 strategically placed curves outside the strike zone. Sorry, baby, nice try. I took the walk as I was rewarded with some light conversation and your phone number.
Right, so that one is baseball. I see you, Lisa, with the Braves. I know they in there with the Dodgers, and Houston is, well, anyway. That was baseball. Y'all would never look at the game of baseball again. So this next track is called "I Like It." It's an old school vibe, old school flavor, because relationships are tough, and fellas need to go back to the old school way of doing things. So this is a beat. This next track has a beat that has a real good old school vibe. So go with those old school values that we need to get back to. So this one is called "I Like It."
Baby, I know you're tired of playing games and looking for that commitment you deserve. I want to be that special one who receives all that passion you're saving for the one who steps up. Now, I'm not like these aggressive dudes that holler at you talking a big game and delivering nothing. I'm just assertive and needed time to get my goals in motion so we can live our dream life together.
So I want to showcase one of my favorite poems. So this was a house music song that I just really fell in love with, because it's called She Gives Me Joy. And those of y'all into house music might be familiar with this one. But I call my daughter's name is Joy, but this brother who sings it or does the spoken word on here, his junk was so deep. So I'm gonna fast forward to the spoken word piece of this track, because that was one of my major inspirations, and then I'm gonna attempt to halfway drunk spit my signature poem called "She." So anyway, this one is called "She Gives Me Joy."
She calls me sunshine, saying that my face is big and bright as the sun shining through my smile into her heart. And I've been called a lot of things before, but never anything remotely close to celestial. Since I know for sure that she was heaven sent, I trust that she'd know a fallen star if anyone would. At a time when I thought that no one would see me shine, she removed her shades, revealing eyes more beautiful than exaggerated animation. Eyes that sang to me like Stevie Wonder lyrics being delivered by Donny Hathaway, piercing my soul and reminding me of how good it feels to be loved unconditionally, and then teaching me to love that same way. She calls me sunshine, for she sees in me that with which God has blessed me, the gift of song and lyric and the ability to love. And even if I didn't already love her for who she was, I'd love her for the gift that God has given me in her. She calls me sunshine. She sees in my eyes a light of hope, a light of love, a light of joy, a light for which she's responsible. The truth is that my eyes just reflect her sunshine. She's giving me joy.
All right, so no surprise. I heard that right around the time I had my baby girl Joy. So I wrote a poem called "She." So I'm gonna try to get through this one with 3 glasses of bourbon under me, but this is my signature piece, so I'm sure I'll be just fine. This is called "She." She reminds me of heaven, although it's a place I've never been. It's the way she makes me feel inside. She fills me up with so much pride. Her eyes are the window to her soul. The drama in her life has not taken its toll. I see in her an ancestral beauty and charm, a powerful force much stronger than me, protecting her from harm. She causes the planets and stars to align. She makes my water taste just like wine. When she smiles, I can feel her radiant glow. It warms my body from head to toe. She touched me and I began to heal. All the pain in my body, I could no longer feel. Her skin is flawless and spirit so pure. Her diet must be heavy with fruits and vegetables for sure. Her beauty commands attention wherever she goes. Her charming smile wipes away any feelings of self-doubt. My whole attitude changes just from being in her presence. Her wisdom and grace demands my obedience. She taught me the difference between fantasy and reality. You see, fantasy are those material things I thought she deserved. Her vision for my life is focused more on character and inner peace. Reality is the challenges I must face to achieve her vision. Her knowledge helps me grow wiser as I get older. Just when I thought I mastered her needs and desires, she quickly elevated her standards to the next level. You see, she is shaping the person I will ultimately become. I don't think y'all heard that. I said she is shaping the person I will ultimately become. Whenever my mind flirts with dangerous and destructive behaviors, she quickly intervenes and brokers a deal to keep me out of trouble. My actions remain righteous despite my mental transgressions. You see, she provides the balance I desperately need to stay on course. She is the reason I want to eat healthy and exercise more. My happiness is measured by the amount of joy she feels. Her love is the greatest power I've ever experienced in life, and all she wants in return is a lifetime of peace and harmony. When I'm at the end of my rope, she throws me a lifeline. When I am speechless, she puts words in my mouth. When I'm at the crossroads, she casts a deciding vote. Her strength compensates for all of my weaknesses. I bet y'all want to know just who or what she is. You see, she is that burning sensation felt when you fall in love. She is that feeling you get when you hear children laugh out loud. She is the inner peace you feel watching a beautiful sunrise. She is that vibration rushing through your core when you hear truth. Hoteppery. All right, so I'm done. I got through that, so I'm gonna go back to my program. This next piece, so Monica, get ready because we about to get ready for your piece. So we got through his fantasy and her fantasy.
Bravo!
Thank you. We got through flirtation. Now we about to get to that foreplay. All right. So this one is called, yes, right, her ultimate orgasm. Are y'all ready?
Okay, where do I start? It began with a heavy dose of anticipation. Getting her ready for this was all about making the right presentation. You see, her ultimate orgasm started before her dress hit the floor. Believe it or not, it even started way before I arrived at her door. I invested hours upon hours of deep, stimulating conversation. Our vibes connected to solve all the problems of this great nation. You see, she understood that my interest in her.
All right. So that was her ultimate orgasm. So, so now, flirtation has just moved to the next dimension. So, y'all gotta sign a mental waiver to go to this next step because, I put in the chat that nerds rule because, I'm a physicist and I know we got a couple of other dual degree folks on this call. So, you never knew that the left brain can merge with the right brain. But anyway, this one is called Intergalactic Kiss and it goes on that next level. So get ready for this one. This one is pretty dope. Are y'all ready? Intergalactic Kiss.
With his arms now around her, she leaned in to surrender herself to his lips. He teased her with a light peck at first so she could feel the softness of his lips. She leaned right back in, and that's when she felt herself floating away beyond his presence. It can best be described as a meeting of the minds, but on another dimension, a transfer of positive energy from one to the other, and she felt every nuance. Her heart began to beat harder, her breathing became heavier, parts of her body became more sensitive to his touch. Her body became heated with excitement and wanting for more.
Time for this moisture. So I'm gonna do the soundtrack for Moisture. I didn't think I would have time for that one, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. This is the title track. This is called Moisture.
I lay on the bed anxiously awaiting for you to emerge from the bathroom. The fireplace is going, the candles are lit, and your come get it playlist setting the mood. You are shaving, primping, and arranging your lingerie to elicit a certain response. Your hair and nails are tight, your perfume is on, and you've chosen the perfect pair of heels.
So the very first poet I ever heard going out was here in the Detroit area. His name is Talam AC. I'm gonna play two pieces by him real quick that'll blow y'all mind. I thought I was pretty dope, but this dude is on a different level. So I'm gonna play a couple of pieces by my favorite poet right now. This one here is called The Perfect Poem, and the next one is called Moan.
And me, sometimes known for love and erotic poems that flow like Hennessy and hypnotic pouring, that even in this room full of women could get you hot and warm like my tongue when you ain't got nothing but my words and chocolate on. But that's a bluff. Speaking sex to a room full of women when I know if I have you, then I have enough. And my sweetest tasting poem would be your smile. And my most passionate applause would be the way that you're looking at me right now. And I feel scarred, like falling in love with you could jeopardize my relationship with God. Because only the everlasting should be loved eternally. And perhaps a man and a woman shouldn't love that hard. But here we are in this venue where all these writers come to perform like they don't know. If I have you, ain't no need for none of us to write no more. Because whoever sees my love for you will already have seen the perfect poem. Moan. I want you to moan me a song. I want you to moan for every bullshit college professor. Want you to moan for every asshole bill collector. Want you to moan for every backstabbing best friend and jerk and twist and bend and moan. Want you to moan for all the times you ever played dumb so a man wouldn't feel emasculated. Want you to moan for every time you ever lied about how much money you make so your date wouldn't be intimidated. Want you to moan for all the times you thought that only another woman could keep your mind 100% stimulated. See, I want you to just scream and just let go and moan. Want you to moan for the times you thought you needed your children to have that father figure, and moan for the times that you were so depressed you were about willing to pull the trigger, then moan for the times you were looking in the mirror just worried that you were losing your figure. Just moan, because it's perfect. Whatever you want, whenever I'm here, it's perfect. And if you just want to squeeze your thighs till your thighs close my eyes, it's perfect. And if you just want to roll your eyes in the back of your head and scream until you can see the back of your soul, and that's perfect. And if you just want to grab the back of my head and pull it into your juices like you were the River Jordan, I promise I will taste you like I praise you, because it's perfect. I just want you to moan, just want you to scream and moan. I just want you to let go and moan. I want you to moan me a song. I just want you to moan until you understand that this universe here wasn't put here for you to suffer alone.
Whatever, that shit was all right. Shit.
Okay, Ron.
That shit was all right. That's my favorite poet right there. So I measure myself for a high bar. So
What's his name?
I put it in the chat, Talam AC. I'll put it in the chat again. So I'm gonna play my last little track here, and to try to get y'all off of Talam and back on to me. So to set this one up, Moisture, when it comes to the last two chapters of Moisture, again, it's a 2-hour audio book, and every poem that I ever written has a story behind it. So that's why it's 2 hours. So I share the stories in the piece. So RonSpearsPoetry.com is the website. And I tell all the stories behind these poems. But anyway, these last 2 chapters are called the Afterglow and Empowerment, because when you're in that good, you know, you get that afterglow, you get that glow. But, you know, sometimes moisture comes in the form of tears because, you know, you ain't getting that good. And so, you know, you just kind of feeling a little some kind of way. So this one is a little bit of a feel-good track. And I got an uncle who's in the music business, and he's hooked into these folks. This beat is like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. It's pretty dope. So anyway, it's called I Need Your Comfort Tonight. This is my last track. So Monica, you get ready, sweetie. Because she's going to help you with that good if your relationship is not where it needs to be from a moisture perspective. This is called I Need Your Comfort Tonight.
Baby, I need your comfort tonight, even though you've had a very long and hard day. After the job added more than enough stress to your week, it's the security of your presence that I seek. After the kids took from you all they could for one day, I need something after you had your alone time to pray. After the news convinced you the world is going to hell, I need an intimate reminder that so much is still very well. After your mind and body have been drained of all their use, I need your time and energy to avoid yet another excuse. Baby, I need your comfort tonight to stimulate all 5 of my senses. I want to see the latest intimate fashion before offering you a night full of passion. I want to smell your fragrant body oil before showing you just why I'm so loyal. I want to taste the fullness of your lips before exploring the entire terrain of your hips. I want to hear those comforting words that you speak before unleashing your inner freak. I want to touch the softness of your skin before losing myself inside of you again and again. Baby, I need your comfort tonight, because what we're about to do is not for everyone. You represent the one that I trust, not just an empty vessel that caters to my lust. You represent the one that I love, sent to me from the Creator above. You are not just a pretty face, because I also long for the gentleness of your embrace. You have my heart and mind, while others can only offer a tempting look from behind. Baby, I need your comfort tonight, because it's so much more than just sex. More than achieving the perfect arch in your back, it's how you complement my efforts with the skills that I lack. Hearing the lovely sounds of your moan serves as a nightly reminder that I am not in this fight all alone. Marveling at the prowess of your lovely physique keeps me honest about just why you are so unique. Satisfying the urges of a wild beast for you to tame, I long to hear your sweet voice call out my name. Baby, I need your comfort tonight, because we only have one life to live, and I have so much energy to give. To collapse into your arms at the end of each night, there's no greater energy than you holding me tight. To escape this world under the stars and the moon, Don't underestimate the power of your spoon. I've chosen you to satisfy my earthly needs, to see the heavenly flowers in the midst of all of these weeds. Making love may not do much to kill your pain, but I need you to understand all that we have to gain.